Alright guys, welcome back to Perkins Garage here. We are back working on the blue C10 today. We're going to be getting rid of the 2-inch exhaust with some knockoff mufflers. Kind of restrictive the way it's bent and turned around and everything. We're going to get rid of that, and I got a stainless exhaust kit that I'm going to be welding up and making work. And then we've got these two Flowmasters right here, 2.5 in, 2.5 out. We're going to be putting them on, get this thing flowing a little bit better air. I'm going to try to reuse these tips here. Not sure if they're going to work out yet, but we're going to see. This is the first time this truck's been back here since I did the EFI MSD kit on it. So this truck is cold right now, has not been started up since yesterday, and it's about 35 degrees out here right now. Got down to 30 or so last night, so I'm going to start it up and let y'all see how it starts with the EFI, and we'll go from there. Started up really well. Still sounds fantastic. Interested to see what it's going to sound like with this new exhaust. Still looks really good under here. Get it in the shop, and actually I think I'm gonna let it warm up for a little bit, drive down the road, get a sound clip of the exhaust in the cab, so we've got something to go off of after we get the new exhaust on, and then I'll get it in the shop and get this whole exhaust out. So here we go. Alright guys, got the truck ready to go up on the lift. Got all my pieces of the kit that I'm going to put together here. Flowmaster 40s, as I said, 2.5 in, 2.5 out. And these are the painted black ones. I don't know which ones he got, if they're actually going to stay black or if that's just a coating to keep them from rusting. We'll see. Stainless kit here. It's just 4 90s, 4 U's, 4 45s, and 4 pieces of 4-foot long 2.5 inch straight pipe. So I will just be cutting and welding, make this kit work on this truck. So we're gonna go ahead and go up with it. I've already double checked everything here. So we're gonna get the truck up and I'll show y'all the exhaust that's under the truck. Alright guys, just throw this out there. I'm not gonna be hating on anybody who did this exhaust. I don't know who did it, but I'm gonna say that it was more than likely just a run-of-the-mill normal exhaust shop, not a performance shop or anything like that. The way that they did it would work on your average 350, and it works on this. You know, your average V8 or something like that, it's going to be okay on, but we're looking for performance here. As you can see, it comes out of the collector here, automatically nicks down, pretty good wet bit. And then we go back to another piece, looks like somebody just had it laying around. Then it goes to another piece and it's slid in here, it's not even clamped or welded. So that right there, I will say, you know, somebody might have forgot something on. You know, almost the same thing over here. It comes down, goes down again, and as you can see a little bit, it actually goes down again, then to here, then to there. Some random mufflers here, not really sure what those are. They don't have any name on them. Come out of here, you can see where it's definitely been leaking here. It's clamped, and you can see everywhere it bends, it gets way smaller. So, I mean, they're smaller. You know, go up through here, smaller, smaller, get smaller. Bends up through there. It's just, look how small that is right there. Now I can get my whole hand around that. Comes back. I mean, like I said, it's not terrible, but for what we're doing here, you know, it's probably not the best performance. Another thing that drives me nuts, you can see here how far the tip sticks out. I mean, put my hand on it, there's still room between it and the bumper. I can't do the same thing here. Tips drive me crazy. And it's hard to get them exactly perfect every time. But another thing, you can see the gap here. There's 2 fingers. And this side, can't even get one in there. It's the small things like that that really showcase your work and small details. You want to be perfect, if not as close as they could be. Sometimes you can't be perfect, but I'm going to try to do the best I can every time. So I'm going to get going here on a time lapse, get this thing out of here. I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to cut it right there where I welded that in last time. I'm going to cut it right behind that and get this all this exhaust right here out of here, and then we'll get trying to eyeball some things to get it going up on the new stuff. Alright guys, well, we got the old exhaust out here. As you can see, now that it's out of the truck, just how kind of cobbled together this was, I guess you could say. Old exhaust is out and the new exhaust is in. No, I'm just kidding. That would sound pretty mean. But as you can see now, this new exhaust, it'll slip over the collector and I'll weld it. The old exhaust went inside of it. Actually, this piece was still left in there. It was inside of it. So it was already smaller. And then after it went inside of it, it necked down again. Or actually, I'm sorry, wrong end. It necked down again, and then again, and then again. So this will flow way better, way better. But yeah, let's see what we can get lined up here and see how we can get this thing looking. Alright guys, pretty much I'm just kind of going through here, holding pipes up, cutting stuff and seeing where they're going to go. You can see I got this piece, this stick, 4-foot stick stuck in here. And I just kind of stuck it up there And then I kind of looked and see, because I got to go around these truck arms. So I kind of held this up here and I cut that and just tacked it together. So it's going to come back, come up and over. And then it's going to go back there. The muffler is going to be right here in between this pipe and the rear axle. So now I've got to cut this piece to go here. And then I'll put this hanger on. And once I get this, I'll probably take it off and weld it all up solid and do the same thing with the other side. So you can see I've got 2 of these pieces right here made. And they match. So those 2 there, I'll go here and here. It'll be a straight piece here. Before, the mufflers were right here and they're hanging way down, but I'm going to try to get everything up as far as I can. And the mufflers are going to be here and here. Get them out from underneath the cab. Maybe that'll get all the drone out. And then we'll work on the tailpipes. So here we go. All right, guys. This is the final piece of the puzzle right here. I've got it right now tacked up here, but it comes back, goes up. There's the muffler. Here's a hanger. Come up, the muffler will go there. This piece goes back in through there, comes back, we'll weld to that hanger, come out the end. I actually am going to use the old tips the customer had. I had to cut the ends off to make them just a little bit bigger. That's the end that welds up, and that's the open end, very end of the exhaust. So now, sorry for that, I've got to weld this up solid and finish a couple more welds up here, and the driver's side will be done, and then I just have to mirror it on the passenger side. So now that I know my design that I'm doing, the passenger side should be easier. I just have to make sure everything lines up perfect and is a perfect mirror of the driver's side. So with that being said, I'm going to get a time lapse going. I'll weld this up for y'all, and then we'll get started on the other side. Alright guys, this side is done, just shy of welding this all the way up and welding the muffler all the way up. As you can see, it comes through, goes up, gotta finish welding this, comes through here, got plenty of room for that. I'm gonna put another hanger on this side, it follows through here, comes down, straight back, 45, 45, right out the back. And you can see that's pretty dang straight with that line right there, as you can see, and it's good and sturdy. So there's that. Now we got to do the other side, and like I said, we're just going to mirror it exactly the same way as the other side. So here we go. Alright guys, sorry about that. The thing's been kind of hard to video. I'm going back and forth, so I can't just set up a time lapse and trying to figure it out for you. But anyways, we've got the other muffler hanging up in here. You can see it looks pretty good. I say so myself. I've got the other tailpipe tacked up, so I'm going to finish welding it all the way, and then I'll get it set up in there. And then I gotta weld this, weld that, weld the mufflers aren't welded in yet. They're just sitting there, but everything else is, other than this. As you can see, so far it's looking pretty good. Of course, that's got to come down a little bit, but anyways, I'll get going on this, and then we'll get the tailpipe up in there. Here we go. Alright, well, that turned out pretty good. Now I just gotta set the tip where I want it. Weld that. Trying to find something thick enough to sit on top of the tip. Gets it to be where I want it to be equal with the other side. Perfect, guys. It's pretty different. I think I got it. Weld up a little bit of this stuff right here. Alright guys, let's see if y'all approve. I think it looks pretty good. Just gotta finish welding up the mufflers and the header all the way up and put in one more hanger, and we go test drive it. So let's see how it sounds in just a minute. Alright guys, run out of welding wire. It never fails. Right at the very end, had to go to town and get something to eat while I was in town. So we're gonna feed this through here and finish up the little bit of welding we got to do. And we can go fire this thing up, see how that sounds. Alright guys, got it all done other than the test drive. Let's see, I can get some light on here so y'all can see. All that welded up. Back goes up, matches on both sides. Enough room to clear the axle. Same over here. So I'm about to let it down, get this mess I got down here cleaned up, and fire it up and see what she sounds like. I'm pretty excited to see what it sounds like. So you can see I got these pipes up as far as I can get them. See, there's just barely a little bit of light coming through there. So that's as most clearance as you can get out of this truck with the exhaust. The way the headers are anyways, they're at the lowest point. So when it comes back, and just shoots right back through there. Looks pretty good. Alright guys, here it is. Sounds really good. Sounds like it flows a lot better. Unless it revs a little bit faster, seems like. I'll give it a couple revs, let y'all hear it. that is it on the blue C10 new exhaust. Just to recap, it got stainless steel 2.5 inch, custom by me, obviously. Long day, longer than I expected, but it sounds great. Definitely well worth the sound, and it feels like it runs better. Obviously you're not going to get just tons of power off of this, but you're going to be able to tell a little bit of a difference. Sounds fantastic. Customer's going to love it. Looks good, sounds good. Couldn't ask for any better. So, well guys, thanks for watching Perkins Garage. Don't forget to like and subscribe and tune in for my next video. Thanks. Well guys, I couldn't help myself.